Hello and welcome to Megatrip, the travel channel that inspires you to adventure. And this time you join me getting towards the southern tip of the Indian subcontinent here in Kovalam, and we're going to explore this amazing beach town. Here's what's coming up on this episode of Megatrip. Any regular watcher of this channel may well know I'm a bit of a fan of a boat. Check back next time for more. Dom pretends to know what he talks about. All the journey, all the trip, all the roads, absolutely worth it just for this one little experience on a boat. It really is stunning down here. The big killers, big dangers out here. It's not the animals, it's actually the coconuts falling on your head. Through the magic of editing, you now know more than I do what's going to happen today as me and my friend Lindsay enjoy the beautiful beach town of Kovalam. Like I said, we're down here on the southernmost tip of India, almost here in Kerala, in this beautiful state. And we are staying in a lovely hotel, the Uday Samudra Resort and Spa. It is an amazing setting, as you can see. I will say, perhaps a little bit of faded glory, but it's a lovely, lovely place. We don't really know what we're up to today. Our driver, Anthony, he's going to pick us up in a little bit, and we're going to head down the beach, and we're going to check out some of the natural beauty in this part of India. Now, as ever, if you're enjoying the content, please do leave me a little like, leave me a comment, let me know what you think about the adventures that we have, and please, 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 if you're not subscribed to the channel, do subscribe. It's the little bell, or a little icon just down there. Use the bell, turn on notifications. It just means that you get an alert every single time I drop a new video here on Megatrip. Anyway, with all that said, cue the music. If you are a fan of all things Gothic, then Kerala, southern India, may be the place for you. Absolutely everywhere you go, you see these gorgeous black ravens hanging around, probably waiting for the return of Edgar Allan Poe, one assumes. Well, Megatrippers, any regular watcher of this channel may well know I'm a bit of a fan of a boat. And once again, I find myself on the water, this time in the beautiful, beautiful Poovar or Poovar. Let's have a little look at this. Beautiful palm trees, mangroves. And as ever, little Lindsay with me. So we're going to cruise on down the river for a couple of hours. This whole trip cost us about 4,500 Indian rupee. So what's that? About £43, maybe $55, $60, something like that. So let's go and see what we can see down here in Poovar in Keralan. So I'm probably going to drop in and out on this video and deliver you some fast facts as if I've actually done some research and know what I'm talking about. I'm probably just going to be telling you what our guide has told us. So this is the Nayar River that we are on, apparently. Freshwater river running down to the sea here in Kerala. Check back next time for more. Dom pretends to know what he talks about. So we're going to be getting a fair bit of variety on today's little boat trip. It's obviously very popular with the locals, and honestly it's actually hard for me to describe how beautiful it is down here on the water. This is the first element. We're running through a nice canal in a mangrove forest. Check this place out as we go under this little concrete bridge like the trolls that we are. Absolutely stunning. On the right hand side here is a big island, we've just been told, completely unpopulated and now owned by the government. A real chance for nature to grow back and reconnect. But let's be fair, there's an awful lot of nature here. It's everywhere. Wow. next element of me not being David Attenborough. See a few of these Siberian cranes on their migratory journey down here in the backwaters of Keralan. Obviously, mega tripper. I didn't know that. The guy driving the boat told me that. But anyway, I trust him. Absolutely, absolutely stunning. Now, I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up, but the other thing you see everywhere here in Keralan, from the bird side of things, are eagles. And if we look up here, so I don't know if the camera can pick that up, you can see the eagles circling. Every now and then you'll see them dive down to the water for fish. Absolutely spectacular, stunning natural environment. I'm not going to lie. All the journey, all the trip, all the roads, absolutely worth it just for this one little experience on a boat. It really is stunning down here. Oh, yeah. It's fair to say one of the biggest challenges I'm having today making this video is frankly running out of superlatives. This place is breathtaking. If you've got a good superlative I could be using, a good word I'm missing, drop it in the comments, let me know. I'm going to enjoy the view, the beautiful view, the stunning view, the amazing view. Tell me what else I should be saying. More Siberian cranes just chilling. Hello, mate. Now I'd love to tell you about the migratory pattern of the Siberian crane, but I'm ignorant. Look it up, let me know in the comments. So down here on the Keralan canals, it's not just your exotic eagles and your Siberian cranes, it's also your common garden quack ducks. Look at these guys, absolutely living it up. What a little life for them. Nice little family, mooching about. God, they look nice and cool in that water. I could do with a dip, I'm not going to lie. Definitely warm me up. But absolutely beautiful, beautiful animals everywhere. Absolutely must if you can get down here. Anyway, I should probably give you a bit more of a chat about the scenery as well. We're now going through a bit of the backwaters that I believe is called Palm Alley, and it's essentially where we're covered on both sides by these acres of palm trees running up and down each side of Palm Alley. Coconut palms, of course, in case you're wondering. Absolutely stunning. Likely, I assume, as it is in other parts of the world though, one of the big killers, big dangers out here, it's not the animals, it's actually the coconuts falling on your head. And you see in some of the hotels, like the one we're staying in, they have nets underneath the coconuts for when they do fall. Definitely something that's worth looking out for. Alongside the beautiful cows that you see grazing up and down the side of the river, like these guys here. God, how's your Friday going? Mine's alright. As I've mentioned in some other videos, one of the most surprising things, at least for me, about Keralan is actually how Christian this place is, how Catholic. Around every single corner there's a church and effigy of Jesus Christ, and there's also things like this crucifix in the middle of the river. We'll come back to that in a second. I've just spotted on the right here. Look at these buffalo and the shitting bird. These buffalo chilling in the water, cooling down. You always see these buffalo in partnership with these white birds that hang out with them. I assume there's some sort of symbiosis there, some sort of relationship. No idea what it is. Again, if you know, let me know in the comments. I'm asking for a lot of help on this video, guys. Please do chip in, fill in the gaps in my knowledge. Anyway, back to what I was saying. It is a very Christian state, Keralan. It's not the only religion here by any stretch of the imagination, but The iconography is everywhere. Like this crucifix, standing lonely in the middle of the canal, in the middle of the backwater, alongside these palm trees. A long way from home, you may think. Well, by a circuitous route, if you think about it, the Christian impact here would have come from the colonials, mainly the Dutch, in the sort of 1600s, as Vasco da Gama established the first sea route to India. But actually, if you think about it geographically, Palestine is not that far from India, from Kerala, particularly not if you compare it to back in the UK or back in Western Europe. And if you think in terms of accessibility by water, we're just across the Arabian Gulf from the Middle East, from countries like Jordan, Palestine, modern day Israel. Anyway, what a world we live in. If you really want to ramp up your Kerala backwater experience, you can actually stay right down here on the water, on these floating cottages, set against the backs of the backwater. Now, the guy who we were chatting to at the start, who was helping us arrange the driver and the boat trip here, was saying you can book these, but you need to book at least 10 days in advance to make sure there's the availability to come and stay down here. And you can see why. It must be amazing to be down here in the absolute heart of all this nature.
Actually, it is island. There is no connection between bridge. Car only way boat.
Only boats. No roads.
Poovar Island. Resort name Poovar Island Resort.
Poovar Island.
Island.
Freedom boat number 2. So there's plenty of geological wonder down here as well. We're on the beach now, we're right near the beach, and there's Elephant Rock. Now, you may struggle to pick this up on the camera, and if so, I'll try and drop in some pictures from the internet. But you can see this rock looks exactly like a sleeping elephant, snoozing in the summer sun on the beach. Lucky bugger. So down here on the estuary, you stop off on the little beach behind me there, and I'll cut in some footage from that. Not too much to do, there's a few stalls selling coconuts and water and things like that. Just a beautiful sandy beach that you can walk along and soak in the sea breeze from the Arabian Gulf. Definitely worth a stop, but don't expect too much. You're not hanging around and lounging, but worth a little look about. Anyway, we're going to mooch on back through the canals, through the waterways. Said it before and I'll say it again, absolutely stunning. Okay, I hear you. I said we were going to explore Kovalam. I said we were going to look around the sleepy beach town. What I've done is actually show you around Poovar, which is kind of close to Kovalam, but not the actual town itself. Now, there's a couple of reasons for that. One, got a little bit lazy. But two, Poovar is absolutely beautiful. Lots to see and do. Here in Kovalam, we did have a really great time. The beach is beautiful. We had some great food. But unfortunately, me and Lindsay sitting around by a pool and chatting rubbish doesn't make the best content. But anyway, today we're going to jump back in the car and head up 6 hours or so up to Kochi to get our flight home. So, next from me will either be the outro and the music, or we might have some adventure on our way back to the airport. Who knows? Let's go. Well, Mega Trippers, it turned out the ride back to the airport wasn't that adventurous. In fact, it turned into a pretty uneventful 9-hour drive, but through some of the most beautiful scenery you can possibly imagine. So thank you, Anthony, for taking care of us on that drive back to Kochi and back to the airport for our trip back to Dubai. I started this series with the question, was Bald and Bankrupt and Backpacker Ben, the famous YouTube travel vloggers, were they right when they said such negative things about India? Well, I've got to say it was absolute nonsense. The people were lovely, the scenery was amazing, and we had an absolutely great time. So get yourselves out to Kerala if you possibly can. That's it for this series on our mega trip adventure in the wonderful state of Kerala in southwest India. If you haven't seen the rest of the videos from this series, you can go back and check those out now, or have a look at some of the other videos from our mega trip adventures, some with me and Lynn, some on my own, and some with some other amazing characters. I'll be back with more content soon, but until then, keep travelling and join me next time here on Mega Trip. Backwater.